Welcome to Rhododendron. Oh my gosh, this is one of the world's beautiful ornamental plants, and it hails from Asia. And there are Western varieties. Typically with rhododendron, the Western varieties are Rhododendron alpine, Rhododendron ferruginenum, and they're used externally. This is a plant that all varieties, all parts, have a measure of toxicity, some more than others. So it really matters here your amounts and which variety you're using. And what we're going to look at today, in particular in this video, is rhododendron for the heart. And in traditional Chinese medicine, the varieties are rhododendron, duricum, and rhododendron arboreum are being very closely looked at. So let's dive in a little bit. So our duricum is a species that has a whole lot of flavonoids in it. And one of those compounds is one that's known as ferrol, and it's known for moving phlegm and alleviating coughs. And while every variety that's used medicinally is got this property of treating what we call phlegm in traditional Chinese medicine. And by the way, we don't just mean mucus the way we would in the West. We mean vaginal discharge, gooey substances, right? Things that clog the joints, really thick mucus that makes really deep congestion in the lungs, blocks the digestive system, creates bladder infections, things of this nature. So that's our duricum. Very good at that. Now, other compounds that are found in both these varieties are duricum and are arboreum, and these are the types that are typically used in traditional Chinese medicine, although there's a good other 20 species because it's native to where they live, so they're more nuanced about what they can use and how to use it and when to use it and all that good stuff. But they show anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and powerful antioxidant properties. The compounds also show the ability for vasodilation and myocardial preservation for this vascular, smooth, and cardiac muscles cells. This is huge. So you can imagine the pharmaceutical industry is looking very closely at these compounds in rhododendron to see if it can't be making a very potent drug to help ease various cardiovascular disorders. And that would be wonderful because a lot of people suffer from those sorts of things. Now, while so many of these, all parts are toxic, there is the variety, R. arboreum, that is native to Tibet, and it has a variety of uses, and I want to mention them here because besides being good for your heart, this plant is also good for being used externally, as in it's astringent, and the Western varieties are as well. They'll make a paste or a poultice out of it to apply to the forehead for headaches. The juice of the bark of this plant is used, arboretum, right? That's the one, arboreum, forgive me, is used to treat coughs, make a tea to treat coughs, diarrhea, dysentery. It's a big deal stuff. A tea from the flowers of the same variety is used to prevent vomiting. A juice made from this flower is also used to help ease menstrual disorders, and it also has some nutritional value. So you can see that toxic, yes, but how much toxicity matters, and the different varieties, again, let me say this, will vary greatly. The Western varieties stay external. These particular varieties know your dosing and know how to apply them. In Tibet, they even take the young, tender leaves and cook them as a vegetable green, and the flowers can be eaten raw or cooked. They'll even pickle the flowers with salt and chili. So there you go, rhododendron. Toxic, be careful, know your variety, check your botanical names, and pay very close attention to dosing. This is a flower that can beautify your garden but has big medicine involved with it as well.